Have you observed the way your limbs do not quite function as they previously did? Perhaps you rise from your sofa and experience a minor tremor, or those steps that were once effortless now cause you to hesitate. Even though nothing is technically incorrect, no trauma or sickness, something within you recognizes your power is diminishing. The most frightening aspect is that it is occurring so gradually, so silently, that you nearly become accustomed to it. Here is what nobody explains to you. It is not merely growing older. Actually, some of the most routine activities we perform each dawn, activities that seem normal, harmless, even soothing, may genuinely be accelerating muscle deterioration without your awareness. Not suddenly, but gradually, a bit less stability, a bit less strength when you move, a bit more anxiety about tumbling. By the time we recognize it, it has already transformed into a new standard, a standard that is more difficult to recover from. However, it does not need to remain this way. In this discussion, I wish to reveal 5 surprisingly typical morning routines that could be silently depleting your muscle power, particularly in your limbs, and what you can begin implementing instead to nurture your body from the instant you awaken. These routines are simple to overlook and even simpler to correct once you understand what they are. One of them is something nearly every older adult I have ever encountered performs daily without hesitation. If any of this resonates with you, if you have been questioning where your strength has disappeared or how to regain it, I encourage you to remain with me. Should you have experienced these changes in your own limbs, express it in the responses. Someone else might discover your experience and feel slightly less isolated. Remember to follow balanced health so you never miss an opportunity to reclaim your strength one small decision at a time. The first hidden pattern ***. Let us envision your standard morning. You awaken, perhaps stretch briefly, then proceed to the kitchen for your morning meal. You serve yourself a bowl of grain cereal or spread butter on some bread. Maybe you savor a piece of fruit or even a warm bowl of rice pudding. You settle down, consume your food, and tell yourself that is a proper beginning to the day. Yet here is the reality. If that morning meal does not include protein, your muscles might disagree. Many older adults do consume breakfast, which is an excellent practice, but what most do not understand is that their morning meal lacks the single most crucial nutrient for muscle preservation: superior protein. After 60, your body becomes less capable at utilizing the food you consume to restore and maintain muscle. This is a natural aspect of aging, something scientists term anabolic resistance. This simply means your muscles require more support and additional protein to remain strong. When they do not receive it, they gradually begin to deteriorate, even if you are consuming what seems like an adequate breakfast. Consider what many individuals consume: a bowl of oats with banana, nutritious but primarily carbohydrates; toast with preserves or butter, delicious but providing no muscle support; rice pudding with preserved vegetables, comforting but insufficient protein; even fruit with minimal yogurt, unless it is Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, might only provide 3 or 4 grams of protein total. Your muscles are awakening needing 20 to 30 grams of it. Without that protein in the initial hour or 2 of the day, your body continues to drift in a fasted condition from the previous night. It resembles operating a machine without lubrication. It will function temporarily, but the deterioration silently accumulates. Day after day, your body begins extracting energy from your own muscle tissue, especially in the legs. That is where you start experiencing that unsteadiness, that weakness on steps, or that feeling that your legs do not recover as they previously did. There is encouraging news. You can remedy this without altering everything. The solution is not to consume more food, but to incorporate smarter foods. If you are having oats, blend in a portion of protein powder or mix in Greek yogurt. If you are having toast, include a slice of egg or spread some nut butter with chia seeds. Even a small serving of tofu, a boiled egg, or several spoonfuls of cottage cheese can help. These modifications might seem minor, but they provide your muscles what they have been quietly requesting. Researchers from McMaster University in Canada discovered that older adults who consumed 30 grams of protein in the morning demonstrated better muscle strength and lean mass over time compared to those who consumed the same amount later in the day. The reason is that morning is when your muscles are most receptive. It resembles catching the train while it remains at the platform, not chasing after it when it has already departed. You have made the effort to sit down and eat, which matters. You have already completed half the work. Now it is simply about providing your body the type of breakfast that does not just satisfy your stomach, but also nourishes your strength. Tomorrow, take a moment to examine your plate and ask, where is my protein? Not with guilt, not with pressure, just with care, because that small question asked each morning might be the most powerful step toward maintaining your legs strong and your independence even stronger. The second silent error this begins not in the kitchen, but in the chair. You wake up, move slowly to the kitchen, prepare yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and then locate your preferred chair. You sit, perhaps activate the news, browse through the paper, or just take a few moments to settle into the day. Then, without realizing it, 30 minutes have elapsed, sometimes more. It seems like a peaceful beginning, and in many ways it is, but there is something occurring beneath the surface that you cannot observe, and over time it can quietly affect your strength. After a complete night of rest, your body is rigid, your circulation is slower, and your muscles have been entirely inactive for hours. What your legs require in those initial minutes of the morning, gentle activation, a signal to awaken and prepare to support you for the day ahead. When you remain seated for too long, your muscles stay in that sleep-like condition. Blood does not flow as freely, oxygen is not delivered efficiently, and your balance system does not fully activate. That is why when you finally do stand up, your legs can feel unstable. Not because they are tired, but because they have not been reminded that they are needed. It is a moment many people dismiss as just getting older, but in reality, it is the result of muscles and nerves being left idle for too long. The longer this pattern continues, the more those leg muscles, particularly the ones around your thighs, hips, and calves, begin to weaken. Without regular movement, even brief moments of inactivity each day can accumulate to noticeable strength loss over time. What once felt like a solid step forward can start to feel like a wobble. What used to be a casual walk to the mailbox might suddenly feel like a task that requires more effort than expected. The encouraging news is that this habit is one of the simplest to modify. You do not need to perform a full workout or anything strenuous. Your legs simply need a little engagement, something small to let them know it is time to start working. That could be standing up and slowly lifting your heels off the ground several times. It might be walking around your kitchen while your tea steeps, or pausing between sips to gently bend and straighten your knees. Even subtle movements like shifting your weight side to side or marching in place for 30 seconds can help your muscles reawaken and your blood flow improve. Studies have shown that older adults who incorporate light movement within the first hour of their morning are more likely to maintain leg strength, walk more confidently, and experience fewer moments of instability throughout the day. It is not about exercise, it is about helping your body remember that it is capable, responsive, and ready to support you. Tomorrow, instead of settling in for a long sit first thing, try standing just a little longer. Give your legs something simple to do, something that reminds them they are still strong, still needed, and still very much a part of your life. That quiet shift in routine can change how you feel not just in the morning, but all day long. The third missing element, your body communicates to you in quiet ways through your energy, your digestion, your joints, and yes, your muscles. One of the first things it asks for each morning, often without you realizing, is something incredibly simple: water. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body awakens slightly dehydrated. That is completely normal. You have not eaten or consumed anything all night, yet your body has still been working behind the scenes, repairing cells, regulating temperature, breathing, and keeping your heart steady. All of that requires water. By the time you open your eyes in the morning, your muscles, brain, and organs are already running low. When you are younger, you can often manage forgetting a glass of water in the morning, but after 60, your body's natural thirst signal becomes duller. At the same time, your muscles become more sensitive to dehydration. That combination can be dangerous because even mild dehydration, the kind you do not even notice, can reduce your muscles' ability to contract properly, recover after movement, and absorb nutrients. That is why some mornings you may feel stiffer, more sluggish, or even slightly lightheaded when you get out of bed. Your legs might feel heavy, like they are dragging behind you. Your joints might crack more than usual, and your energy may lag for no clear reason. Many people assume that is just aging, but in reality, it could be your body quietly saying, "I need water." Muscles are made up of roughly 75% water. When they do not have enough, they cannot function at full capacity. In older adults, dehydration has been directly linked to faster muscle loss, higher risk of falls, and slower recovery from movement or injury. Even a 1 to 2% loss in hydration can reduce physical performance noticeably, and over time, that accumulates. Here is the encouraging news. This is one of the easiest habits to shift. You do not need to consume a liter of water the second you wake up. A gentle start is better. One glass, about 200 to 300 milliliters of room temperature or warm water, is enough to get your system moving. Some people like to squeeze a little lemon into it. Others add a pinch of natural salt or magnesium powder if they tend to cramp. Whatever works for you is fine. The key is just to make it part of your morning rhythm. Some people prefer to drink water after breakfast, but by then, your digestion is already working and your hydration window has been missed. Your muscles and joints need it first, before the coffee, before the news, even before the first bite of food. Do not worry if you are not a water drinker. You can start small, sip slowly, let it become a comforting ritual, not a chore. Place a glass on your bedside table before going to sleep, or set a gentle reminder on your phone to hydrate as soon as you stand up. There is a quiet power in water. It does not shout, it does not rush, but when you give your body what it is asking for, especially after a long night, you may find that your stiffness eases, your legs feel steadier, and your whole system wakes up just a bit more smoothly. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, before the kettle boils or the toast pops, take that one sip. Your muscles will thank you for it, and your legs may just carry you a little more confidently through the day ahead. The fourth surprising risk there is a kind of comfort in stepping into a hot shower first thing in the morning. The heat, the steam, the way it seems to soften the stiffness left behind by sleep. It feels like the perfect way to gently enter a new day. Many people enjoy this quiet ritual. It creates a moment of calm before the world wakes up. What most people do not realize is that this habit, if done too soon after getting out of bed, might be doing more harm than good. When you wake up, your body is still in a slow, restful state. Your blood pressure is naturally lower. Your heart rate has not fully picked up. Your muscles have not moved for hours, and your circulation is just starting to increase. The systems in your body that help keep you balanced, alert, and physically steady are still warming up. Then you walk into the bathroom and turn on the hot water. The moment your body is exposed to that heat, your blood vessels begin to expand. Your body shifts quickly into a response mode, trying to regulate temperature and adjust blood flow all at once. If you have not given your system enough time to fully wake up, that sudden change in heat and pressure can leave you feeling slightly unstable. Many people experience this as a moment of lightheadedness or weakness when they step out of the shower. Others feel a kind of floaty sensation in their legs, as if they are not quite anchored. This is not just coincidence. It is a sign that your nervous system and muscles did not have enough time to prepare for the sudden change in environment. The legs, in particular, are highly sensitive to these shifts. After being still all night, they need time and movement to regain proper tone. When they are hit with heat before they have had a chance to reactivate, they can feel loose or unsteady. Your knees might feel soft, your calves might feel tight. The strength you count on to keep you balanced is not quite there yet. If you move too quickly after that shower, you may notice it in the way you walk, stand, or even reach for something on a high shelf. None of this means you have to give up your morning shower. The solution is surprisingly simple. Give your body just a little more time. When you wake up, sit on the edge of your bed for a few moments. Stretch your legs forward. Roll your ankles gently. Stand slowly and walk around your room. Sip a small glass of water. Let your circulation increase and your legs begin to respond before introducing the heat of the shower. Once you feel more grounded, you can step into the shower with greater safety and support. If you enjoy the warmth, there is no need to give it up completely. Simply adjusting the temperature slightly can reduce the stress on your system. A shower that is warm instead of hot can still feel soothing without forcing your body into a rushed adjustment. For those who have ever felt dizzy or weak after bathing, a few small changes can make all the difference. Using a shower bench, a non-slip mat, or even holding onto the wall while drying off can help reduce the risk of falls. If you take your time, letting your body move slowly and intentionally after bathing, you will feel more secure, not just in that moment, but throughout your morning routine. The fifth and most damaging pattern for many people, especially after retirement. Mornings slow down. There is no rush, no alarm, no urgent schedule. It is peaceful. You get up, sit by the window, and sip a warm cup of coffee or tea. Maybe you nibble on a cracker, maybe nothing at all. Breakfast starts to feel optional, and over time, it disappears from the routine altogether. It does not seem like a problem. You might not feel hungry anyway. You might even believe skipping breakfast helps you stay light or keeps your blood sugar more stable. What often goes unnoticed is how this quiet routine begins to wear down your strength. Your body, after hours of sleep, needs something real. Not just warmth or flavor, but fuel. When it does not get it, it looks elsewhere. For older adults, the easiest source of energy the body turns to is your own muscle. Slowly, quietly, it chips away at the very tissue that helps you stand, walk, and keep your balance. Not all at once, just a little more, day after day. The effects do not always show up as pain. More often, they appear as hesitation when you rise from a chair, as that subtle sense of wobble when you take the stairs, as the moment when you reach for something on a shelf and realize your legs are not quite as steady as they used to be. Coffee or tea on their own, comforting as they are, offer no support for your muscles. In fact, they can make things worse. Drinking them on an empty stomach can leave you more dehydrated, more jittery, and more likely to go longer without the nutrients your body needs to stay strong. While these drinks may feel like a soothing start, they do not give your body the message that it is time to rebuild, to wake up, to hold on to strength. You do not need a full meal. You do not need a plate full of food. You just need something, a small action, a quiet choice that says today I am feeding my strength. Maybe that looks like half a boiled egg. Maybe it is a spoonful of cottage cheese. Maybe it is a bit of yogurt with a few seeds or a slice of toast with almond butter. Whatever feels manageable is a step forward. What matters most is not how much you eat, but whether your body receives the message that it has not been forgotten, that your legs still matter, that your energy is still a priority. Some mornings you may not feel like eating. That is all right. Start slow. Let the habit be gentle. A few bites today can lead to a stronger stride tomorrow. Over time, your mornings become something more than quiet. They become foundational. As you hold your cup tomorrow morning, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this enough? Is my body getting what it needs to carry me through this day? You have come this far. You have carried yourself through so much. You deserve to feel strong, not in a loud, forceful way, but in a quiet, steady way that begins with the simplest of choices. Asterisk asterisk, building your foundation of strength asterisk asterisk. You have made it to the end of this conversation, and that says something powerful. It means you care, not just about feeling better, but about staying strong in ways that truly matter, not just for today, but for every day that is still ahead of you. The truth is, your mornings shape more than your schedule. They shape your strength, your stability, and your sense of control. They quietly build or quietly take away the muscle that supports every step you take, every chair you rise from, and every moment you want to live fully on your own terms. The small decisions you make after waking up, what you drink, how you move, when you eat, they are not just routines. They are messages to your body, messages that say I am still building. I still belong in motion. I still choose strength. You do not need to overhaul your life. You do not have to chase big changes. All you really need is to notice, to care, and to begin. One glass of water, one stretch by the bed, one mindful breakfast that fuels instead of fades. These things are quiet, but they are powerful. Over time, they stack up to something solid, a body that works with you, not against you. If something in today's discussion made you pause and think that is me, I want to invite you to leave a comment. Let us talk about it, because chances are someone else out there feels the same. When we share what we have noticed, we give each other permission to change without shame. If you found something helpful here, a small reminder, a shift in thinking, a new step to try, I would be so grateful if you would click the like button and subscribe to Balance Health. Every day, we share gentle, practical ways to help you stay steady, energized, and fully connected to the life you want to live after 60. You do not need to change everything all at once. You just need to take one small step, and when you do it with care, with intention, and with a quiet belief that you are still strong, that is when real transformation begins. Until next time, take care of your mornings, and your mornings will take care of you.